You would have thought that this would have been the final straw for a major company. When you think about the Bud Light moment, as they now spectacularly talk about with Dylan Mulvaney, where they decided to hire this thing, to promote, of course, their brand. And the bottom line was everybody turned away from it, and they've never truly recovered. But it's interesting to see that this particular lady currently going to be starring very soon in another Disney blockbuster. So where does Disney sit on this? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you're keeping well. Yes, Rachel Zegler, I think is the way that you pronounce her name. Very young actress, just starting out at the very sort of big moment of her career. I never understand, I know I've said this so many times on the show, when you're starting out, you really need all the support you can get. And if you become political, if Madonna had become political in the early 80s, when she was trying to get everybody and, holiday launched and stuff, her career would not be what it is now. Only when you have billions behind you can you actually have an opinion and be prepared to lose your audience. You get the picture. But Rachel, you see, has decided, no, she has a bigger voice than that, and social media following. Now, if you remember, this was the woman that when they announced one of Disney's most beloved movies, a remake of Snow White, as an action version this time around, she said, there's not going to be any prince rescuing me. Fancy. Now, of course, that's the thing that everybody wanted, isn't it? That's the story. But, they pushed ahead. And so far, this debacle has been an absolute debacle. But then she came out against the recent result of the American election 2024, turned against all the Trump voters, basically was very, very negative, as you can see from these particular posts. Now, what you have to think about is people have invested thousands, millions into this particular Disney project. They need a return. You turn them off, they're not going to go and see the movie. But so far, Disney have remained silent. According to a well-placed source who works inside Disney, they think that this will simply blow over and people will just go to see the movie because they like the Disney product so much. Right. Now, they have no plans to remove her from the advertising. They have no plans to take her from, of course, the frontline red carpet stuff, the junkets, all of that associated with this. How do they think this is going to play out if you think you're going to have a successful movie? And when, of course, Rachel, with her outspoken views at a very young age, puts out to work all of those wonderful people that have worked so hard on a movie to make it a success, all down to the fact that she's spoken out on a podcast, basically saying how upset she is about the incoming president of the United States, will it truly all be worth it? And when her career literally is in tatters and they're not going to let go of this Rachel in the media, then truly, will you be sorry then? Will you be crying Snow White tears then? Either way, one thing's for sure, she's finished in Hollywood, whether Disney want to back her or not. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.